Cast News 18. Weather from where you live.
A nice September-like evening, kind of reminiscent of the evenings during football season when it's crisp, it's kind of cool out there. And that's the way it's going to be for the next several days. We'll have highs in the 70s, overnight lows, 40s and 50s for a change. And then warming up next week and the humidity increasing. And that'll start as early as the weekend, actually, with some scattered storms Monday into Tuesday. But I do think we are not finished with 90 degrees yet. We've got a big upper ridge of the west. Notice these clouds kind of moving north and kind of northeastward. These are moving more south and then kind of to the east. We've got a big upper ridge in the west with the heat, whereas here in the eastern U.S., it's relatively cool. Temps at least below normal, and eventually that upper ridge will begin to move eastward a little bit. As a matter of fact, I was just looking at some of the new model data. It could be 100 degrees in North Dakota and Manitoba by next week, and we're going to get a little taste of that eventually, but nothing like that tonight. In fact, we'll be in the upper 50s by 11 o'clock, mid 50s at 1 a.m. and 48 tomorrow morning. Back to the bus stop, pretty cool with temps in the upper 40s, then back to 71 by 11 a.m. The record for tomorrow morning is 37, set in 1964, so nowhere near that. 48 tomorrow night, the record 41, and then by the weekend, notice the overnight lows trending upward in the mid 60s, nowhere near the record lows in the 40s. There's the 48 tonight in Remington, 48 in Lafayette, Fowler, about 47 at Monticello, and even 46 at Burlington and Camden. Tomorrow, low to mid 70s, even a couple upper 70s in our south, 77 Kingman, over towards Covington and also Petersburg, 76 Lafayette, and 75 over towards Flora. Now tomorrow night, it's another cool night. We're back into the 40s, 48 at Attica, 47 Monticello, and 48 Lafayette, Frankfort, as well as Rossville. And then just a hair warmer on Thursday, 75 to 80 degrees, 79 Crawfordsville, 78 in Lafayette. High-res futurecast tonight. This is kind of interesting. When you put 40s over a lake that is in the 60s, you can get a little lake effect cloudiness, a few lake effect rain showers. We'll have those up towards Gary and towards Kankakee. Here, just some patches of perhaps some shallow fog here and there as we put a cool kind of moist air mass over this warm ground. There's 10 a.m. tomorrow, and finally tomorrow afternoon, just some fair weather cumulus clouds kind of bubbling up in the heating of the day. And those kind of fade away tomorrow evening. Tomorrow night, Futurecast kind of hints at some additional little fog banks forming, so some, at least some shallow fog forming in places. And then it's back to the sun. This is at 5 o'clock Thursday afternoon. Just a few clouds and another nice day, like I said, about 75 to 80. 82, though, Friday, warming up. 85 by Saturday. And warmer overnight lows in the 60s. The humidity increases. We get a few scattered storms Monday and Tuesday, and then it warms up. 88 by Tuesday, and then once we get past about August 20th, I think we'll see 90 or 92 again as the heat begins to shift to the east. So summer's not over yet, but it's so hard to believe it's time to go back to school.
Yes, it is. Boy, that was quite a storm we had this morning or last night.
Yeah, a lot of thunder and lightning. Good news, no severe weather, just a good rain.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Jeff.
Sure.
Well, this is great weather for the Purdue football team out there in some tough conditions.
Yeah, this was their toughest day that they've had of training camp.